Okay. So in last class, we understood the basics of functions. Basics of functions. Okay. That how we can define a function and all, how we can call a function, what is the use of function, why we need that, and those all functionalities. So today we will see how we can use a function in real time. What are the different types of arguments present in that? So let me write the different arguments. So what exactly the argument is? Let me write a first basic function. So if suppose the question is write a function which accept the name and and mm, return the greetings. Return the greetings. As in, suppose if I give a name to the any function name as Raju, so it should return it like this. Good morning, Raju, like this. Okay. Now, so this is a basic functionality, or we can little bit twist it like this. That if I will give a name Raju, it should wish good morning, Raju. And apart from any other name, any names, apart from the Raju, it should say bad morning, whatever the name will be, except Raju. Okay. So this is our scenario. So now let's understand first basic, just and recall a basic how we can declare a function. So this is the keyword def before defining any user defined function. Okay, def, and then you have to give a space and the name of the function. And the name of the function should not, you cannot use those words which are already been used in a Python for some specific work, like this length, print, because these were already being used. So you cannot use. So you can use anything else like maybe here something like greet I will use. And this is the way you have to write a function. Always ends with the parenthesis and then column. And then after, if you want to do whatever you want to do it from this function, you can write it. Suppose I'm here writing print hello. Okay. And so this is called function definition. We are defining the function declaration. This is called the function body, where what are the content you are writing inside the function or the operations you want the function to do. So that those things. And here we will call the function with the same indentation below. You will write the name of the function GRAAT the same way, and you have to write the parentheses. So this is called function call. Okay, function call. Function call. So as you will write, whatever inside the function body will be there, that will get executed and it will print here hello. Okay. So until or unless you will not call the function, it will not execute. And once you declare a function, you can call it as many of time you want. Okay. Now this is basic. But till now we haven't understood that how we can do it for the any kind of like how do I do something for this scenario. Like if I'll pass the name Raju, it should print good morning Raju, else bad. Now here def, let's suppose I'm creating another function. Yeah. So here the question is write a function which accept the name. Means whenever this kind of a statement you will see or the scenario, it means they are talking about some parameter need to be given to the function. So here, let's suppose I'm giving a parameter here name. Okay. And what is the question here? That it should print. Currently it is written here. So what is the difference between that? I will come print. So I will write here hello, whatever the name is there, name, good morning. That's it. And now I will call this function grwt greet with the name Raju, and it will print this thing that hello Raju, good morning. So what happened exactly here? How is the flow? This name Raju will become the value of this name. So what is the value of name? Raju. And this, whatever the value of this name, that will go it here in this statement. So this is hello, and whatever the value of name is the Raju, and this is the string good morning. So hello Raju, good morning. It will print that. Understand? So this is how usually it works. Now, so whatever we are passing it here, no, this name which we are seeing here, these are called arguments. And there are different kinds of arguments. Okay. But before to that, let us understand the difference between print and return. Okay. Which is very, very important. Now, let us understand what is difference between, and this is very important so that you can utilize in the code. So attention carefully. Difference between print versus return. Okay. What is print and what is return? So in if suppose there is an list 10, 4, 7, 9, 13, 2. Okay. Now requirement is I need to sort this list. Okay. I need to sort this list from the inbuilt function of Python. Okay. From the inbuilt function of Python. So how we can do that? There are two functions. One is sort and another is sorted. But there are one technical difference between these two. Okay. So I want you guys to write the code in your notebook, whatever I'm asking. First, declare this list in your Jupyter notebook, and then write here k is equals to l dot sort and print the k and then print the l in one of the block. Okay. In other block, write m is equals to sorted of l and then print the m and print l. Make sure you declare the list in this block as well here, the same list. Okay. And in this block as well. So two sets of code. One is this one and one is with this one. And run this and let me know what exactly the value of k and l you are getting here and the value of m and l you are getting here. Just take a 2-3 minutes and run it quickly and let me know. I'm just muting it myself. So usually in this case, the value of k you will get none, and here you will get a list with the sorted way, like 2, 4, 7, 9, 10, and 13 here. And in this case, in this scenario, what you will get, if you print the m here, what you will get? Anyone? Here m. So the here list you will get the same original list. Nothing changed in this L. I want to know what is the value of m you will get here.
So
Sorry,
the list object is not uh,
list object is
okay.
not
So attributes error.
attribute
Attributes error
error.
दे रहा है which yeah.
No, no, it will not give attribute error. Why it will give attribute error?
Yeah, it's a give error actually. List object has no attribute sorted.
Sorted, you do not have to write L dot sorted. I'm saying, see this, how I have written. You have to write sorted and you have to write it like this. See this code.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I'm getting a sorted array.
Yeah.
In M, you will
Print.
get the sorted array, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The same here. Okay. Now, see why I asked. So when I wrote here, see the two scenarios. When I wrote k equal to L dot sort, given that L is some list of number, and here is also L is some list of number. And when I wrote here, M is equals to sorted of this list. In this case, the k value is none, and in this case, the M is the sorted list. So, two, three things we need to understand. So, one thing is clear, this is a function, right? Because I said it, this is the way to declare a function. You have to write open and close parentheses in the end of. This is
Yes.
also a function. And what we are doing it here, we are calling
Excuse
this
me, sir.
function. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me, tell me.
Yeah. Actually, sir. I want to know that sort method and sorted method. Okay.
Mhm.
So these method in which class of method? In same class of methods, either a different class of methods.
These are of different class of methods. Okay, I'll tell you.
Okay.
See, there is a sort and sorted. Now, the two thing we need to understand, when we are writing the sort, this is here I'm doing function call. Here also I'm doing the function call. Because this function was already declared somewhere, defined in the Python. Okay. And now I am calling the both the functions here. In one scenario, I'm getting none, and in one scenario, I'm getting the sorted. So definitely there would be, while declaring the function in Python, there must be some difference or the some changes so that in one scenario I'm getting this one and one scenario I'm getting this. So what exactly that is? So here the scenario of print and return come and we need to understand. Now let us understand what exactly print and return. Now, see, let's define now a user defined function. Define, I am writing here calc and just nothing inside this, and here I'm writing print 10 plus 2. Okay, and the other function I'm writing define calc. Okay, calc r I'm writing here, just any hypothetical name, and here I'm writing return 10 plus 2. Okay, the two things. Now, if I will call this function in this way, k equal to calc, and here I will call m is equals to calc r. This is two way I'm calling the function. Now, here, if I will print k, and here if I will print m. So in this scenario, the value of k will be none, and here the value of m will be 12. So now here you need to understand. Here this function is not returning anything, only it is printing. But this function is returning something by this using return keyword. Return is a Python inbuilt keyword, so it is return. So whenever you call a function in this manner, whenever in anywhere in the Python, not in this scenario which I'm specifically explaining, whenever you call a Python function anywhere, anytime. So, and if you call it like this, so how exactly internally it works, whatever the return value of this function can see are, that will be go and point it out or stored it into the value m. This is the meaning of that statement. If you write any function, like a scenario, just understand k equal to l dot sort. It means the return value of the sort will go and store it here. In this scenario also, the return value of the calci and go and store it in the k. So you need to understand, if you're here, this function is not returning anything. So in Python, they have written in such a manner that if your function is not returning anything, then by default it will return none. None is a data type. If you guys have remember, I had explained it in the first or second class. So this function is not returning anything. That's why the return value by default is what? None. So that's why when I'm printing the k, it is printing none. But in this scenario, the return value is what? Integer, a value 12. So the return value of calci will go and point it out or store in the m. And when I print the m, the value will be 12. Got that? This is the way when you call a function, it works. Now, so first point, by default, Python function return none value. Python function return none value. Okay, this is the default. Okay, second, function can return more than one value. More than one value. What does it mean? It means that, let's suppose, let me delete this. Let's suppose I'm writing here 10 plus 2, comma 10 minus 2. I'm returning it like this. I'm writing comma 10 minus 2. And now in this case, if I will print the m, what it will print? It will be a tuple which has the value 12 and 8. So whenever your function will return more than one value, then the return type is tuple. So whatever if you'll check the data type, this type of m here, it will say it's a tuple class or the tuple. Okay, so that's what I'm at. Function can return more than one value, and if it is more than one, return. Third thing, and which is also very important, after the return statement in a function, after the return statement in a function, it will not execute anything. It will not execute anything written. Let's suppose here I have written, and then I have here written print hello. Executor will not go to this line. It will return back, come out from this line here. That's it. After the return statement, whatever you will write, that there's no point. So return statement for the function should be last at the end. It will not. Hope things are clear till here. Or any question, any confusion?
Yes, sir. So actually, I have wrote in my ID. Okay. Actually, calci
Sorry?
print. Actually, sir, recently I have code in ID. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that I'm getting none and value both also
Which none and value? What
in
code you are
left side of
writing?
code. left side of the.
This code,
Yeah, yes, yes.
because you will get, because when you call this function, this print statement will execute. I'm saying it to check it from the K. When it, definitely when you run this line, this 12 will get executed, because when you call this function, whatever the written in this function till, but can you try to recollect this value 12? Are you able to store this anywhere? You cannot. It is simply printing. It cannot be stored anywhere. But these values can be stored in the variable. It will just print. Print means it will show you in the local RAM. That's it. You will not be able to use that. Okay. So this will just show you for the output at the final. There is a
Okay,
no use.
sir.
You cannot use it for the further things.
Okay, sir. It means in Python if we can't call the any function, so function will directly the output.
Means if you cannot call function, see, until or unless you will not call the function,
Mhm.
there's no point. Whatever you have written in that, it will not do anything. Once you call the
Okay.
functions and whatever the functionality you have written inside the function, then it will started executing. But here, what I was trying to explain, the difference between the print and the return. Okay, so if in your function, if you have written return, if your function is returning something, and if you have called it like this, it will store in this manner. Okay, but if you have only used print, not return, so it will print the value, it will not return. So if suppose it's, if this function or either this function, you directly call this function like this, in both the scenario, either you will call it like this or that, in both the scenario it will print the value. Here it will print 12 and here also it will print 12 in both the scenario. But in this scenario, there will be functionality, you can store it. But in this scenario, you cannot store the value, whatever it is printing. So this one, you can store it or you can utilize it for the further, just because this function is returning something.
Okay, sir.
So this is the concept. Now let's come to the arguments and understand what different kinds of arguments are there. Function arguments. Now, there are 5, 6 types of, let me write this. The first is positional argument. Second is keyword argument. Third is default argument. Fourth is variable length argument. And the fifth is variable length keyword argument. So there are 5 different arguments. Okay. Now we will understand each and every arguments one by one. Now, what is positional argument? So let me define a function. Def calc, I'm writing here a comma b, and then I'm just trying to return a minus b. Now let me call this function for the value 10 comma 2 and the value 8 comma 4. So can anyone tell me what will the output for this one and what will the output for this one?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
8, 8 and 4.
8 and 4. So what does that mean? See, this whatever we are writing here, no, this a and b, these are called arguments. And if I'll go more deeper and specific, these are called positional argument. The question is why it is positional argument. currently, let me, if I'm calling the function for this time, so what is the value of a and b? A is
10.
10 and b is 2. But for this scenario, when I call, the value of a is 8 and b is 4. Now, if I will call it like this, calci 2 and 10. In this scenario, the value of a is 2 and b is 10. So one thing, what we are seeing, the value of a and b is depending on the positions of this parameters. So these are called parameters, okay? These are called parameters, these are called argument. So where the position of the parameter, depending on that parameters, the value of the arguments are getting changed. So that's why these arguments are called positional arguments. Because of the positions of this value, their values are getting changed. So that's why these are called positional argument. Clear? Now,
Yes.
let's understand the positional argument clear. Keyword argument. So keyword, again, I'm writing calc here and parameter is a and b. And this function is again returning a minus b. Now here, how I will do, I will write calc a is equals to 10, b is equals to 4. And here I'm writing calc b is equals to 4 and a is equal to 10. So can anyone now tell me what is the value here and what is the value here?
Yes, sir. I think first first function to execute will the output 6.
Mhm.
After that, I think arguments error it will go.
Okay. So in this scenario, the output will be also 6.
Same.
So that is the beauty of now keyword argument. Keyword argument means now it won't depend on the position, whether you are A is defining at the first position or at the second position, because I'm using key and what. So with key, I'm just defining that the value of A will be 10, the value of B will be 4, instead of in spite of their positions. Okay. So that's a keyword argument. It is not going to depend on the positions of the parameters, the argument value. This argument value now will depend on the key. If you'll pass that key in spite of any position, that doesn't matter. Okay, so that is the keyword argument. Any questions in that? And I'll show you these all with the practical implementation as well. Okay. So we are done with the keyword argument as well. Now here, this is called default argument. Okay, in function, one thing also you need to clear, if we define two arguments while declaring the function. Okay, if we define two arguments while declaring the function, then while calling the function, you must pass the parameters for both arguments. Now, what does that mean? A comma b, and this one is there. Let's suppose returning a minus b. And now if I will call this function calc with the value 10, it will throw error. It will say, because for the A, the value 10 is there, but for the B, there is a no value. So it will say for the parameter B, there is a no value. Okay, that's why it will throw error. So that's what I said. If you are defining a function with the two argument, so while calling the function, you must pass the value for these two. If you are passing 5, from here you must pass the value for all the 5 arguments. So your parameter value should be available for all these 5 arguments if it is here in this multiplier. That's what this statement means. Okay. So and then this is a complete fixed rule. There's no changes, no any exceptions in that. Now let us see the which is called here default argument. So let's suppose here I'm writing a equals to 10 and b equals to 5, and then I'm doing here return a minus b, and then here I'm calling calc with the value 30. So first tell me what will be the output, or is there any output or not, or is there any error in that?
The error as only one parameter we are passing it.
Okay, see here in this scenario there will be no error. Okay, what will happen, this is the use of here uh, default argument. So what I said, whatever the argument I will declare it here, I need the value for all those. I didn't say you must pass those both from here only. So that is what the default argument is. See, if A is the argument, for that already the value 10 I have declared. B is the argument, I have already the value 5 is declared for this. So what is the use when I'm passing this 30? So what does it mean by socially, or is in terms of English, you understand what is meaning of the default? So sometimes people say no that by default you will get 100 rupees discount, but if you will do something you might get some extra discount. So that what's the default argument is there. So what it is, if you will pass 30 here, so it is at the first position, so logically it will go for this value A, and for the B there is a no value, so the value for the B will be the 5. So here how it operate, 30 minus 5, and it will give the output 25. Okay, if I will not pass even anything, the value of A will be 10 and the value of B will be 5. So the answer, that is what. And if I will pass it like calc 9 and 2, so now the value of A is 9 and the B will be 2. So here first it will consider these parameters if it is available, and if it is not available, then these are the default parameters for the operations inside the function. So that's why this is called default argument. Is it clear?
Yeah, got it.
Yes, sir.
Welcome on the implementation of each. Now, the next is variable length argument. So what is variable length argument? Now, def, I'm writing a function calc, and I'm writing here star. Star. So that can be much visible. Star. And then here I'm simply doing, first I'm doing here print A, and then I'm doing return. Sorry. Okay, anything. It doesn't. Now, what will be the output in all the scenarios? First, how you can call this function. So calc with the empty parameters you can call, calc with one parameter you can call, calc with 1, 2, 3, any number of parameters you can call. Now what will be the output? There are two things I'm doing, print and return. So what are the value? So see that in a function, whenever you write a star after that any variable or any object you write in a function argument, what that exactly this a will become? No, this will become a tuple, tuple like this. If you write a star. So when I do the print here, no, so because I'm not passing anything, so here it will be empty. And the type of a, it will print tuple. Here in this case, what will happen? This is one and the type will be tuple. Here in this scenario, if you are passing anything, all the value will be in this and the type is as simple. This one will become a tuple and whatever you will pass, that will get stored in that. So that's a variable length argument, means the length of this argument, the length of this argument is variable. It's a length of 1, 2, 0, 4, 8, 10, whatever you want. Okay. So this is the scenario of variable length. Hope it is clear. Now, the last one. Here it is variable length keyword argument. So this is nothing very much different, little bit. DEF, let's suppose I'm writing here calci, and here I have to declare double star and any object name. Let's suppose I wrote it A, and here what I'm doing, I am printing A, and then I am returning type of A. Okay. Now let us see. So when we write this double star A, so this one, what it will become? It will become a dictionary. And dictionary, what it accepts? The value in key and value pair. So in calling also, you have to do it like this. So this is also variable and means I can call it like the empty as well. So we'll call this print A will be this empty and the type is a date. Okay. But if you have to give the parameter, you have to give it like this. A is equals to 10, B equal to 20. If you give it like this, for this, if you print this A, it will become like this. A10, B20, and the type is definitely a dictionary. And the variable, and because you pass as many of as you want. Understand? So that's why this is called variable length keyword argument. If you remember, in a keyword, we were passing it like this in keyword argument. But this keyword argument is a variable length. You can pass it as many of you want. Clear? Let us move to the implementation and I'll show. And let me open a online compiler. Okay. Now, see. So how to define a function? Calci. I'm defining a function. Let's not first time write anything. And here I'm doing print just 10 plus 2. And then what I'm doing, I am writing here A is equal to CALC calci. Okay. And here in this scenario, I'm only doing print calci. Let me run this and see. This much time. See, the first time when you call this function here, so see that it has executed this line as well. So that's why it is printed 12. And when you call this here, so it has printed whatever inside the function call. And when you do print, it will print the return value as well. So the return value of this function is none. If you want, you can print the a here also. If you print, in this case, it will print none because this function is not returning anything. Okay. Now scenario will get changed. If you write return here, none. Let's remove this. You can see here. Correct. Success. Now let's come on the argument. So a comma b. And I am here return a minus b. And calci, I'm giving here 10 comma 20. Okay. This is a b equals to calci 20 comma 10. And here I am. Let me give a notation so that we can easily understand that this is the value for the a and this is the value for the b. A and b. See that. See, a is minus 10 and b is a minus b lc. Oh, sorry, both where I printed this. A is minus 10 and b is 10 because I just changed the positions. Okay, so the value of a and b got changed. If you want to see, you can write the print statement here. What is the a here? Okay, a print value of b. Okay, and print the b. You can debug like this. Okay, so that's a great way. Sorry. This. When you call this first time, let's stop the second call. Okay. I'm calling only one time. See this. The value of A is 10 and the value of B is 20. And see this. The A which we have returned, or we can return it something different. So that's fine. And the return value is the definitely A minus B, which is minus 10. And the same if you'll do it for here. Let's comment it out this one. B, if I will write it here. Okay. And then if you'll check it here, the value will get changed. See, A is 20 and B is 10. A minus B. So these are the position. Now, keyword argument. If I'm writing here, see this, B is equals to 50, A is equal to 20. Okay. And now let me run this. See that currently value of A is 20 and B is 50, whatever I had declared it here. Now the same thing, let me change the first position. I will make it, sorry, this was B, no. Now what I will do, I will just write the A at the beginning. For that, there will be no changes. Okay. I'm not printing anything. I'll just see. See that the first time the value of A is 20, B is 50. Second time also the value of A is 20, B is, instead of I change the position. So position doesn't matter in the keyword argument. Okay. Let's not confuse with this. Okay. Now use here A is equals to 10, the default argument, B equal to 20. Okay. Now let us call this function. Okay, with like this, the keyword argument, that is also fine. See this, the value of A is 20 and 50, which I'm passing it from here. This one I can pass it like this also. Currently A is 20 because I'm passing it the keyword. But now if I'll not keyword, this is the position. Now the value of A is 50 and the B is 20. See this value of A is 50 because this is now positional. That was the keyword. And now if I will not pass anything, now the value of A is 10 and B is 20 because it will take this default. And if I'll pass one value, let us suppose I'm passing here 444. Okay. So this will be the value for the A. See, because this is the position, no, and this parameter is at the position of A. So it will taken the A, and the B, it has taken the default value. Okay, understood? Clear? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Now let us come to the variable length argument. So I'm writing here m. Okay, and let us print the value m here, and remove this, and print the type of m as well. Let me remove this and now run it. So see, what is the value of, so I have written a, that is not a, m. So what is the value of m? Empty, because I have not passed while calling with anything. And what is the type? I said it to tuple. Now let me call it with some value 10. See, now the 10 is inside this tuple, and type is that definitely. So you can call it with the any number, 20, 30, 40. Correct? So that is. Now simply I will just use here double star. And now let's see, first I'll run it like this, it will throw error. Because it is saying positional, but 4 we are given. Because it is taking this one as well, but you are passing 4. So in this case, you have to write it like this. A equal to 10, key and value. B equal to 20, C equal to 30. Or if I want a little bit more, name Ved is 33, address okay, and now let me see, it has comment like a string or dictionary, sorry, and see the type. Okay, so this is how, and any whatever you want key value parameters you can pass. Understood?
Yeah.
Now let me ask a question, and let us see how many of you able to answer it. Int a minus b. Okay. Then and b is equals to 40. Can anyone tell me what will be the answer?
Yes,
Minus 20.
20
Okay, let
minus.
me run this. Now put it here, b is equals to 10, and then is 30. Now what is the answer? Okay, let me make it simple. A equals to 10,
and then again minus 20.
minus 20. So here, now we need to understand one thing. When I ran this code, like this, so this one ran successfully, but this one throws error. So this is the syntax error. First, it will syntax error. There are two kind of errors: syntax and the logical. Syntax means you have done mistakes in the way of writing the Python code. Okay, that is. So this is the syntax error, but the logically also, if you will see it here, if I'm writing here a equal to 10, so definitely the value of a is 10. Okay, and here it is 30. But if suppose in a scenario, if I will write here b equal to 10 and here 30, so can you tell me what is the value of a and what is the value of b? If you will just think this scenario, do we have the value for a here?
No.
We do not have, because this is the value of b and this is the at the position of b. So that's
Right.
why
Yeah.
in Python they have made it in such a way, whenever you have the keyword argument and the positional argument both, first you need to write the positional argument. and then after the keyword argument. So keyword argument will always follow the positional argument. Means always your keyword argument will be at the beginning. Positional argument will be at the beginning. Now in this scenario, if I will write it like this, let me comment this. So this one is not syntactically incorrect. So what I said, the positional argument should be at the beginning. If you have a parameters of positional and the keyword, so positional should be at the starting. So here positional is just starting and then the keyword. So this is not syntactically incorrect, but there is an issue in a logic. Because see, what is the value of A here? It is just because of the position of 30, the value of A is 30. But what is the value of B? There is a no value for the B. There are multiple value for the A. So here it will throw the logical error. See that. So see this type error. This is not syntax error. The type error, it is saying that the call calci got multiple values for the argument A. Okay. So this is called the logical. So remember, if something is syntactically correct, doesn't mean that will be the logically also correct. Okay. Because here, if you use your code flow or the brain, you will understand the value for the AR twice, but there is a no value for the B. So that's why. So remember the one rule syntactically, whenever you have the positional and the keyword arguments are together, you need to pass in a function in any of the scenario. Positional argument should be declared at the beginning and then the keyword. And it applies in the default argument as well. Let's suppose I wrote here A equals to 5 and I haven't declared, let's suppose for the B anything. And suppose here I'm writing A equal to 5 and here I'm writing uh, B is equals to 10. And now let's run this. See, syntax error. Non-default argument follows default argument. See this. Non-default argument follows the default argument because this is default argument and this is non-default. So non-default is so you will have to always pass this at the beginning like this way. Then it will be good. Understood? So these are the two rules always you need to understand. Now I'm writing A, comma B, star A, comma B, and here I'm simply printing A and B, and I'm just declaring some passing some parameter. Can you tell me what is the value of A and what is the value of B?
This is wrong again, right?
Sorry?
This is wrong, I think.
Yeah, this is wrong. It will throw error.
Error.
Reason? Because this is the tuple, and whatever you will
Right,
pass,
yeah.
those all value will go inside that. This A, there will be no value for the B. So that's why it has said calcium missing one required keyword argument B. Because nothing, you are not able to pass anything for the B. Okay. Suppose now, if I have written it like this, B is equal to 40. Now in that case, to execute. See that this is the A and this is the B. Okay. So this is all the way. Now let us come to our question. And I said declare or define a function which will wish or greet good morning if you'll pass a name Raju. And apart from that, any other name, it should wish bad morning that name. Can you guys able to write that?
Yeah, but you can try.
Try it. Take 2 minutes, or else I will write that. Take 2 minutes.
the 10, 20, and 30 in curly bracket. After that, the
Sorry,
40 out of the 10, 20, and 30 in curly bracket. After that, 40 in out of curly bracket.
what are you answering? I didn't ask. I asked you that write a function which can able to greet good morning if you pass a name Raju in that function. Apart from that, any other name, it should return bad morning that name.
Okay.
See that I'm writing def greet, and I said it should take a name and return that. So I'm passing a parameter argument here, name. And what is my question? If name is equal to Raju, if name is equal to Raju, then this function should return uh, hello name. And this is called string formatting. If you guys remember, I have told you how to do the string formatting. Just write if outside of the string and in a curly brace write the value. It will automatically take the that parameter value inside that. So hello name, good morning. So this is fine. And else, if apart from that any name, if it is come return again the same thing, hello name, bad morning. Cool. Now let's run this uh, greet with the name Raju, and here output equals to this one, print the output whatever the output is coming, and let me run this. See this, hello Raju, good morning. Now let me pass my name here, hello with that. So this is just simply if else what we read, but I did it inside the function. But now see this one thing, how to write a generic code. So if someone has asked in an interview, it's a definitely no one will ask, that's a too easy. But just in scenario, see that if the name is Raju, then your function should greet good morning. Apart from that, it should greet. So now here I'm saying Raju, it's saying that's correct. This scenario passed. But if someone would write a name like this, Raju, and now it will run. So now it is saying Raju bad morning, but it should return Raju good morning. Because Python is case sensitive, and here I passed in a capital letter, so this was not able to do that. So what you can do, you will always compare the name either by making all the character upper or by so here you have to write everything in the capital. So whatever the name of Raju will come, we can write any alternatively capital or the small. I'll make all the character capital, and then I'll compare whether it is equal to Raju. Now I'll make, so now I will run. See, Raju, good morning. If you want, you can make this one. So you. So here all scenario will get passed. If Raju will be written in any of the way, it will get passed. Okay. So this is how you must have to think. So this is very simpler, like an ABC of the Python. So whenever we have to try to write a code, you should think about the generic way, not a very specific way that for this scenario to solve only. Okay. Like in the case of Raju, it will solve it only for the small cases of the Raju. If someone will write in the capital, it will not understand that's a Raju. So you have to write a code in a such a manner. So this is a simple way. Now, if I'll ask you a question, write a Python function. Write a Python function. You just see it here, and this will be the last for the today. Write a Python function which. So I'm writing. Write a function which accept a list and return the sum of that list. Okay, do that. You understand this question, right? Or any confusion in this?
Can you just pin me this question in chat?
Hmm. So this is simple. DEF, this is a function, sum of list I'm creating. This function is accepting a list. So the list could be of any variable. So I'm writing here k, and I'm declaring one variable inside that, which is with the 0, initializing it. What I'll do, assume this k is someone passing it as a list, and I have to do the sum. So I will do in k, or the value in k. I'll take the each value from this list k. Okay. And what I'll do, s is equals to s plus value. That's it. And now what I will do, I will return this s. Got it? Now let's call this function here. Output is equals to this one, and on place of k here, pass a list. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Correct? And now print the output. So we'll go little bit on higher side. Okay. Now let's run this. Name value. Oh, sorry, values I have written here. See, 10, 20, 30. So it will be 100. If you'll give here. See, so this is how you can do that. So there are multiple way you can do. See, this k is a list, so you can declare it like this even also, and you'll have to write. So this k should be a list. Okay, like that. And here this is the way actually the and then what is the return value, you will write it like this. So return value will be always integer because the sum of values, and you can pass it like this. So this is the standard way. We will see it in a later, right? See that you can define a parameter like this with the column, the what is the data type of this parameter actually the function is accepting. So this is list type, and you can see I had passed this list. This is the integer, and this one we are writing what is the return of that. So return sum of the value will be always integer. Okay, if you want that it could be a float, so you can write here int or float as well. Okay, so this is how we can clear. So later on we'll see that how we can declare a function in a more standard way or industry way, how it should be written. Okay. Okay, so this is done for the today. If any questions, let me know. Else we
Yeah,
can.
just 1 minute. I got a